Hey you guys, my name is Kasey, and this is Cartoon Central on channel Frederator, where we show you cartoons that we love. Except, this week we're showing you cartoons that you love because you told me to watch them. Our number 3 cartoon this week is about Pikachu on acid. It is a hilarious cartoon parodying Pokemon, and in it, Pikachu goes through this bizarre, wonderful, confusing, and also at many times quite beautiful acid trip. I felt like I was on acid watching it, but I just certainly empathized with Pikachu while watching it. I don't know. There's one great moment of Pikachu sort of reaching nirvana, I guess, and he's drawn as this Hindu god, and I just love that drawing. If there were a t-shirt of that, I would totally buy it and I would wear it everywhere. I think a lot of us, when we watch this show or play this video game, find a couple of things sort of problematic or a little bit weird, and I think a lot of us idly think something along the lines of, oh wow, this Pokemon uses the mood of acid, I wonder what that does. And these guys found those things that were kind of weird about the show and actually made something out of it. If you guys would like to check out Pikachu on acid, click here. Our number 2 cartoon this week was brought to us by user Mazrin049, and it's called The Backwater Gospel, and it's by Bo Mathorn, who made it during his time at the Animation Workshop. The Backwater Gospel is a cartoon that is about this town that's terrorized by the presence of the Undertaker, who is this herald of death, and they're all just kind of waiting in fear for someone to die, hoping it's not them. This is a really unsettling cartoon. The character design was creepy, but also really appropriate for each character. Just by looking at them, kind of understand what their role in the story would be. And the way that it's edited adds to the unsettling nature, because it all of a sudden will speed up and then will slow down. You never really have anything to hold on to feel like, oh, okay, things are all right and things are gonna be okay. You really relate to the characters in the story because you yourself feel unsettled and afraid of this Undertaker, and you can only just imagine what these people are going through. Other than that sort of moment of confusion about why the violence started happening, it was a really well crafted cartoon. If you're a fan of Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, of that style and of that aesthetic, I think this is something you would be really, really into. This is way more intense though, I will say that. If you want to check out Backwater Gospel, click here. Our number 1 cartoon this week is one of my favorite cartoons. It was suggested by YouTube user Idor that we cover it on Cartoon Central. It's called Adam and Dog, and it was directed by Minkyu Lee, and it's an Academy Award nominated film from 2012. And in my opinion, should have been the winner, but we don't have to talk about that. This incredible short animation is about a dog who is wandering through the forests at the beginning of time, and he comes across Adam. And the friendship between man and dog it's inspiring. I think the relationship that you have with the dog immediately is really strong. Very few people dislike dogs, and so it's a really easy way to get people's sympathy real quick is mixing a dog. They do a lot of shots with the dog as the focus and the environment sort of blown out around him, and you kind of see how small he is, and it gives you sort of a loneliness that the dog has. He's still playful, and he meets all these other characters and none of them really want anything to do with him, and he's alone until he meets man. The sound, the colors, the storyline itself just rips at your heartstrings, waiting for his master, and it made me miss my dog so much. If you'd like to watch the trailer for Adam and Dog, you can find that here at Minkyu Lee's channel. And if you'd like to purchase this beautiful cartoon, a link to it on iTunes can be found in the description of this video. Thank you guys so much for all of your suggestions. I'm so disappointed we couldn't get to all of them during this episode. Please leave me a comment down below, letting me know what other online cartoons I should be watching. Come back next week where we will be covering a cartoon series about talking dolphin people. I'm curious. Are you curious? Whoa! That was exciting. So, The Backwater Gospel is about a town who is terrorized by the presence of this herald of death called the Undertaker. Let me do that again. If you guys want more cartoon updates, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter. The links to which can be found in the description below.